Hey everyone, this is Dr. Coach K, and I am going to start with our planning stage. I know that we're going to be talking about getting more information and getting collective information. I told you that I've been working on the AI program, and so what we're going to do here is draw what I had planned. I thought about getting, I don't know if I can share my screen when I'm doing this. Let me see if I can share my screen. No. So it won't let me share my screen. But so right now, what we do is called the planning stage. So what I like to do is show you how I do it on paper first, and then we'll move on to the screen, the multimedia stuff. So the planning is the vision work, and then the mission work. Okay. So what we're going to do with the planning stage is build the storyboard. Okay. Storyboard. And what I do with the storyboard is get collection of information. The AI calls it data set. So if I wanted to, I could do Black history, or I could do the multicultural history. Okay. Or I could do topics like business, ethics, and such. Okay. So what I'd like to show you is when we start the graphics. So there's three things. It's called the graphics. And this I like to call the storyboard, what people see. Okay. It could be words, which is manuscripts. It could be audio. It could be video. What we're going to do is take it to the next level, and we're going to do augmented reality, holograms, and VR, virtual reality. Okay, so that is 3D, three-dimensional art. Okay, digital art. So I have a gallery. Of 3,000 we call art pieces. Probably more. Okay, that's my inventory. So when I create this, it puts it into this, what I like to call is the AI world. Okay. So that's the collected information, which is the vision. So that's one. So that's phase one. Okay. So that is collection of data. Okay. Story. I'll call it storyboard. Okay. And then phase two is the programming and coding. Okay. I like to get help, AI assist. Okay. If you can get a programmer or you want to learn, you can learn that from scratch. Okay. So this is the worksheet of it. So once you get that taken care of, you have the, I'm going to call it emoji, since we're working on Emoji Universe. Okay. You have the storyboard as the data set, library, okay, or what they call it, large scale computation. Okay, that's one. And then you have your design. I like to call it the interior decorating, right? Interior and exterior designing, decorating. I'm using multi-discipline to have this conversation, but this is where the programming and the coding, okay? You organize, coordinate colors, and organize what I call process. So how it flows. So when you make this universe, and I'll show you pictures of what it's going to be. It's going to be like this, page layouts. Okay, I'm going to put page layouts. So you got page 1. It's like almost doing web designing, but for AI and creating worlds. 1, 2, 3. So this is page 1, page 2, page 3. Okay, so you can have your cover sheet, and this could be a movie. It could be a game, interactive. It could be a still photo, and the list goes on. And then it's just repeat. It's like a repeat, but it's a continuation. So it's like a flip book. Okay, so the next one will be chapter 2, and then chapter 3. But it's an interactive book. Okay, last one for tonight. So once you get your planning stage completed, so you have your vision board, and you draw it out, and you decide you want that to be the AI people, and then you have your multiplayer, multi-user, and then you have the activities. So you have this, and then you have this, and then you have this, and then you have your activities. Okay. And then you just start drawing it out like a storyboard, like the comic book or graphic novel. And then in between that, you build the activities, etc. Okay, so this is the planning stage. A lot of people don't do it. Some people just skip over and dive in, but I like to have my stuff on paper. So this is the first phase. And then next time we get together, I'll show you phase 2, which is the graphics and the story. So this is the journal part, the planning part. So the planning has the story, beginning, middle, and end. Okay. And then you build it like a house. So blueprints, and then the construction. All right. This is Dr. Coach K, and I hope you learned something today, and enjoy seeing what I do in the behind scenes.